Do you slice the driver, the dreaded slice? It goes nowhere, it's out of control. Amateurs all over the world are struggling with this. So we'll start by saying we're going to give you some information that will help definitely categorically reduce or prevent the slice, but it is not limited just to this. This is not a general works for everyone, but these are 3 things that are factual that will definitely help you reduce your slice. So we know the path is more than likely going to be out to in. The face is certainly going to be open to that path, and you're probably going to be heel biased in terms of your strike. 3 things that are a recipe for that big boomerang that sees people aim further and further and further there throughout the round, and then eventually they hit one straight left and they go, God, I just hit it straight where I was aiming, I should aim straight, and then it slices again. It's this big circle of where we don't want to be. So today's video, we're going to talk about squaring the face. I'm going to give you 3 options that help you square the face. Now, the driver is longer, okay? It's very, very common actually for people to come to me with an 8 iron or that is able to square that club face, are able to get the leverage they've created back out in front of them and that face to orientate somewhere back to square. But most people with higher speeds, longer radiuses, struggle to square the driver face. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I think you need to look at in your golf swing that may be something that you struggle with. Okay, so number 1, in the backswing, making sure that the face is not getting fanned open too early, okay? 2 things that I see that cause this quite a lot: a weak grip, a grip meaning that it's too far under with the left hand, promoting excessive forearm rotation, and that face is so open. Now at high speeds, it's very, very, very difficult to bring this down and square it in time on that downswing. Number 2, a cupping in the left wrist. Okay, we don't mind a little bit of cupping if you've got a little bit of extension at setup, as long as it maintains the structure it was at setup. You can see my face is square, but if this angle starts to increase, we start to see that club face go more toe down and the shaft become more narrower. So making sure that in the takeaway, we keep the club face looking at the ball for longer. You may feel that the back of your left hand is facing more down, the palm of your right hand is more on top, or a very simple concept that Dustin Johnson talks about: keep the club face looking at the ball the whole way in the backswing. You can see now if I do that, that club face, if anything, is slightly stronger or closed, right? So that's going to be one thing that's going to at least build in a chance for us to square the face. Say, for argument's sake, your club face is moderately square at the top, and then as you transition down, as most people do, you pull the handle down, you slide them back out of it, something that prevents you from squaring that club face from the top. The second thing we're going to give you is what we call a turn down or supinated release. What is supination? Supination is this movement with the left hand or lead hand, almost like you're holding a tray of soup here on my left hand. So from the top of the backswing, you'll see Adam Scott, Tommy Fleetwood, a lot of elite ball strikers start to supinate or turn the left hand down in transition. Well, what that's doing is that's getting that face squarer earlier. So now less is required to do at the ball. So as I move in now, you can see the face is already square. So this is basically accelerating the squaring, which basically leaves us less manipulation to do later on. Number 2. Number 3, Butch Harmon told Tiger Woods this: shake hands with the target. What is shaking hands with the target? So if I face you and I was to shake hands with you, naturally when I start to shake hands with the target, we can see the right hand is going to start working slightly more over the left, and the toe of the club is going to rotate on the axis point. Now, I'm not telling you to do this and flip your hands over, because I certainly wouldn't shake hands with you keeping my body like this. I would shake hands and I would face the person I'm shaking hands with. So if done correctly, this incorporates good body rotations, good tilts, and the correct amount of release. We certainly don't want to flip it, but we definitely do want to allow that club and that leverage that we've created to be released. And of course, as we are rotating, the club face is going to be rotating too. 3 things. Let's make sure the backswing is not fanned wide open. Downswing, let's make sure we don't widen open it in the transition. And number 3, let's make sure we don't hold on to it through the hitting area and we allow the leverage to be released down the target line. Do them 3 things. High draws, if you want to hit it. I hope that helps.